everyone. It is Tuesday. Time for some pirate science. And do we have some cool pirate science to show you today? Let's see who is with us today. We have Austin Harper, Austin again, Micah, Aiden, Oliver. Hey, Oliver. Haven't seen you in a while. And Reagan. Well, hello, guys. What is it today? Today is pirate science. So, I decided that for pirate science, what we would do is we would try to make some pitch. So, what is pitch? Pitch is a very tarry black substance made from like a petroleum product or tree resin that you kind of refine and you roll with some fibers or carbon, and then it is super good for all sorts of different purposes. Pirates and other seafaring people would use it to waterproof their ships. They would use it to as glue. It's very sticky. And they could use it to make torches to burn at night. They could use it to make wicks to light their cannons. And what else? They could even use it as a cauterizer. You could put, if you got a cut or a deep wound, you could rub some pitch in there and it would stop the bleeding. Super cool. Harper says, I am in 4th grade. Harper, congratulations on making it to the 4th grade. It's like, honestly, all downhill after 4th grade. So, good job. All right. And Micah's in 2nd grade? Micah, not 2nd grade. Is Alice here? That's a good question. I haven't seen Alice in quite some time. Okay, so pitch. Let's take a look at our learning target. And I have a cool video. I did some, we did a cool experiment making this, and it has to do with fire. So, and there is a bit of a pyroclastic ending to today's story. Today's learning target is, I can adjust and learn from mistakes. So, I don't know if you were here last week, but last week we tried to make pitch. And, I tried to make pitch, and I kind of like ended up destroying the pitch in the process because it got really sticky and I didn't have enough of it to like refine. This week I did much better, but you'll see that, everything kind of caught fire. So, you'll see. What does this mean? I am not done trying to make pitch. I'm going to try again, but I wanted to, instead of just coming with my head in my hands again and being like, guys, I didn't make any pitch. I thought, you know what, this time I'm going to show you what happened, okay? Lots of Halloween talk. Dagger says, it's my birthday today. Whoa, happy birthday. How old are you today? What are you being for Halloween? This is a good question. I am putting together a little costume that has to do with an old movie I used to watch. Going to be the Demogorgon. Well, that's pretty cool. Okay, so I can adjust and learn from mistakes. So I'm going to show you today making pitch, and then we're going to talk a little bit about pitch and how it's made. So the first thing you need to do is we need to collect some tree resin. So tree resin is like the sap of the tree, but it's like from the core of the inside of the tree. And it's kind of hard to find. That was part of the reason why last week didn't work. I found some sap and it I only got a tiny little bit of it. but I'll show you this week. Okay, so this is where I collected my my resin. You can see that in order to get resin from the heart of the tree, you need to cut the tree open, and then it kind of like bleeds out, right? And then it hardens, and it will help protect the tree. But it was a little bit more than just the sap. So here you can see this white, mucusy looking stuff that's coming out of this pine tree is resin. And this was a branch that I think the city cut off, and you can see that it is pushing out this goopy, gross looking stuff. So here is the video. So I found this wound in the tree, and I got a knife, and here I am just going to cut a part of it away. It's super soft. It's kind of like has the viscosity of a marshmallow. Okay? Like, so viscosity is how well does it flow. If water has flows very well. With this viscosity, very thick. So here I'm just kind of like scooping it up, and I wanted to, let me go back a little bit. I didn't, there's a lot more right there that I could have scraped off, but as I was scraping it off, I was beginning to see the bare wood of the tree, and I was like, maybe I don't want to take all of the resin off of this. It's kind of like a wound, right? Because if it's kind of like a scab, then I don't want to like expose the tree to like the winter or bugs or things like that, right? So I just took some of it off, and then I was like, okay, I'm not going to take any more. Maybe the tree needs this. So I didn't want to hurt the tree. So I just took a little bit off. Now on the other side of this pine tree, I found some just like sap running down. So you can see I'm just kind of like, I'm going to just like collect some of this kind of resin, right? Because I thought, okay, this is going to be easier. And it's got that gooey kind of like honey kind of like viscosity. So you can see me scraping it off. Micah says, I'm going to be a reaper. Okay, that sounds pretty frightening. Like a grim reaper, like with a black cloak and scythe. Okay, the next thing that pitch needs is some carbon, okay? And so you can get the carbon from, what I'm doing here is I'm going to get it from some charcoal. So if you remember when we made black powder, we did this, who helped me grind it up? It was James. James helped me grind it up. But here I am just doing it myself, and you can see my hands are not that fast, guys. I don't go this fast. This is the camera is sped up. Me Angel. Oh, you're gonna be an angel. Yeah, that'll be a great Halloween costume. Easy to do too, right? You get a nice white kind of a dress or bathrobe or something. Get some wings and a little halo. Okay, so here I am grinding up some charcoal, and I crushed it up in my mortar and pestle, and then I pour the charcoal dust into the jar. I'm trying to kind of just make sure it doesn't go everywhere because the stuff stains pretty well. And then I got myself a old pizza box and ripped the top off, and I'm going to do this next part on the pizza box. So what you want to do is you take your ground up charcoal and you just kind of like spread some of it onto a surface which you can throw away, like a couple sheets of newspaper or plastic, or in my case, a used pizza box. Now this time I learned from my mistakes last week, so I'm wearing some kitchen gloves. That way my hands don't get completely sticky and I ruin everything. So here is our pine resin, and the moment I took it off, I was like, blasted with the smell of like pine tree. I was like, whoa, that is strong. It got stuck in the jar there. So I take the resin out, and it is very sticky. It has the same, like, it really feels like, I keep saying marshmallow, and that's very similar to what it's like. It's like, if you ever, who here has roasted marshmallows before? Have you guys roasted marshmallows on a fire? Like stuck a marshmallow on the end of a stick and held it over a fire, right? And it like, it goes from this like puffy, a puffy lump of marshmallow, and then it starts to melt and it becomes that gooey, sticky stuff. That is what this resin is like. It's working with like a melted marshmallow, really sticky and gooey. Micah says, I have. Yeah, roasting marshmallows is a lot of fun. Ruby's being a corpse bride? Ugh, Ruby. Super gross. So you can see I'm just like rolling it in this charcoal. And you don't want to get it too... You don't want to use too much charcoal. It still should be sticky. But you do want to take some of the stickiness out of it. I probably could have used even more charcoal, but there you go. And now I'm going to kind of watch how it like drips in. Just getting the last of the dust up onto it. And I tried to like knead it in, There he goes. Bloop. Gross. Super sticky. Okay. Now, in order to refine it, what you need to do is, see, so here, let's rewind a little bit here. Okay, so I've put it in this tuna can. I got a can of tuna. I ate all the tuna. It was a delicious sandwich. And then I put the resin that has been fused with the charcoal in the can of tuna. Now, the next part is that I need to build myself a fire. So what we're going to do is we want to melt the resin and the charcoal together, and it will become this like thick black substance that is called pitch, which is good for water, making things watertight. You can put it in the inside of barrels, and then the barrel will be immune to water. You can put it in ships to make sure that the ships don't fill up with water and they sink. It also burns really, really well. You can use it to make torches or candles or wicks. And like I said, you can also put it on a wound and it will stop the bleeding. So here I am, I'm just building a fire so that we can put the can of tuna on it to melt the resin. Now, the instructions that I was following said, hey, make sure that you are very careful and you don't let it get too hot. So I have these like tongs, which I'm going to I want to hold it over the fire, but you're going to see that it melted way faster than I thought. So here I am, I'm going to hold it over the fire, and I thought for sure that I was going to be okay. But you'll see that I let the resin get too hot and it catches on fire. Okay, so watch, here it goes. So first, you see, that should have been my first sign. Did you see how fast the sides melted? It didn't take much at all. That should have been a sign to me that says, hey, Richard, be really fast with this, okay? But you see, it melts. Now, see, on the side here, on the inside of the can, that liquid part, that is the pitch that we want. We want to get that liquid. And there's going to be other thick, sticky stuff in there we don't want. But we want to strain the liquid out. But unfortunately, I never got to there because here, you'll see why. Here we go. And it caught fire. And immediately I'm like, uh-oh. You can see the rest of the resin is melting inside of it. But, see? So inside, It's burning. Remember, this is highly flammable stuff. I wanted to melt it, not burn it. So now it's burning like a torch or a wick to a cannon. And you can see inside there are these like sparks going off. I mean, I don't even know what's causing that, but it is burning really fast. And inside now it is like liquid pitch, and it is burning really fast. And now I'm just trying to like get a good shot of what's going on in there. Can you see the sparks flying in there? Man, honestly, I'm not sure what is going on in there, but you can see it's boiling and liquid. It's super hot. Yeah. So unfortunately, because it caught fire, I didn't get to make any pitch. I mean, I did make the pitch, but it started catching on fire immediately. So I didn't get to use any of the pitch. And unfortunately, the camera was gone, but I poured it out, and it just immediately just like caught the rest of the fire on fire. The rest of the wood. So yeah, that was my grand experiment with the trying to make pitch. It didn't work. I mean, it did work. It became pitch. It like boiled out. It became that liquid, but it just was on fire immediately. So what I'm going to try to do is I will try this again. I'll go get some more resin. I'll roll it into some more charcoal. And then next time I will try to be much like I'll hold the, instead of putting it on the fire and just being like, okay, I got a second before I can readjust it. No. Just immediately hold it way over the fire and slowly lower it until it melts. And then we can strain it. Okay? So that's just the deal, is that when you do this science stuff, science is the process of figuring out what works and what doesn't work through repeated experiment. And, you know, that's the point. You have to repeat. Otherwise, you just don't know if you get lucky or if it works or it doesn't work. So when, you know, it catches fire, it's cool, you know, and you just say, you know what, I'm going to learn and adjust. So the things that I'm going to learn, I've learned that it is very flammable very fast. So it heats up real quick. And then the second thing is that it, the second thing is the adjustment I'll make is that I will lower it slower so that it heats up. So these are the things that I learned. And then that way we can have a process which will produce better results. That's what science is. Okay? That's what science is. Aiden says, ugh, is that it? Well, Sir Aiden, who is always very critical of my failures, yes, that is how science works, is that sometimes you have to mess it up to learn how to do it better. Okay, I got some pictures to show you. Ruby says, trick or treat. Well, I don't have any candy to give you right now, so I'm sorry. Okay, some pictures. This is a, where is this from? Hold on, let me see. Okay, so this is a, so I told you that pitch is super thick. When you get that liquid out there, right? It is really like liquidy when it's hot, but when it is cold and cool, it is very hard. But what's interesting about pitch is, though, even though it's very hard, it is not viscous at all. It also is still a liquid. In fact, it is 230 billion times more viscous than water. So this is a picture right here that shows this is an experiment done by the University of, now here we are, hold on. Who did this? Winchester College. Okay, this is a picture. What they've done is they've taken some pitch. There's the pitch, and they've put it in a funnel up here, right? And then they've left it open to see how long it takes for the pitch to drain into the cup. So this has been going on. They started this in 1930. So this experiment started in 1930, and since then only 9 drops have slowly fallen into the bottom part. So it is very, very thick and slow moving liquid, and so slow that you would think that maybe it is even solid, but it's actually a liquid, and it is dropping just very slow. The last drop, the 9th drop, fell in 2014. The 8th drop fell in the year 2000. So 14 years between each drop. That's nuts. I know. Okay, and the other thing I wanted to show you is this picture. So here is some liquid pitch. This is what like a pirate would use. They would get this. This is like a little cauldron here. And so this little cauldron here has the liquid pitch in it. It's warmed up, and then there's that brush there with the stick with the brush. So they would grab it, they would swap up some pitch and then slap it on the side of their ship or in their barrels or something like that to help waterproof their ship. Now you can see, look how black that is. It is super, super dark. In fact, the phrase pitch black comes from the pitch in pitch black means this. It is as black, it is as dark as pitch. Okay? So I just wanted to share those two things with you. Super cool. Okay, guys. Yeah, that is it for today. I will try this again next week. I will see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. What is tomorrow? For Maker. Yes, I am super excited about doing some soldering. We're going to turn that piano into like a solid, we're going to solder it onto a proto board tomorrow. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about that. Okay, guys, that's it for me today. A lot of piratey science. Always one of my favorite shows to do every week for obvious pirate reasons. Go to mrincorvia.com. Check out the stuff. Oh, I did want to show you. Let's go to mrincorvia.com real quick. Here we are. So here's mrincorvia.com. I have added right here, join my Google Classroom. So go to mrincorvia.com and enter in the code to join my Google Classroom. We have a lot of fun discussion and talk going on there. I've also posted, I'll post all of my videos there too. So that way it's just another way of staying connected with everyone. So everyone right now be like, hey, Grandma, hey, Dad, hey, Uncle Steve, I don't know, whoever your person is, be like, I need to join Captain Richard's Google Classroom. And they'll be like, how do I help you do that? And you can say, I need to go to mrincorvia.com and I need to enter this code into my Google Classroom. All right, so do that right now. Everyone get your parent or your wise old dog to help you get that. Yep, just do it. Just do it. Or a Bob. Your Bob can help you do that too. Okay, guys, that's it. Go to mrincorvia.com. Lots of fun. Also, if you add my Google Classroom, I added the Ghost Hunt game. I spent more time working on it last night, so you can play that game. All right? Lots of fun. All right. Have a good rest of your Tuesday. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Let's maker it. Take care, guys.